What's going on this fine everybody? Um, Again, we're on live with MECA Africa here Wednesday afternoon for most of us here in the states. Wednesday evening over there, I think again. So I've got Pumish and Sujin on here with me this afternoon, and I think we're going to have one of their newest retail members joining us here shortly, and his name is also Sujin. So we got two Sajins coming on with us today. Um, all of our MECA Africa competitors, they do have an event coming up this weekend, Saturday, February the 24th, the Cape Town season opener. It's going to be a 2X hosted at AutoZone. How you say that there, guys?
Ace Lieben.
Ace Lieben. Okay.
It's very Afrikaans.
Yep.
Forgot my space there. So all of our competitors there in South Africa, make sure you get out there and check those guys out this weekend. We also have a SQ and Coffee coming on Sunday there in Michigan at Only Tents. And then I think our first show of the 2024 year there in Albuquerque this weekend in New Mexico at the Perfect Beat. So everybody, those are our three events we got going on this weekend. Since we're doing the Africa edition of the show right now, I'm going to go ahead and let that event scroll at the bottom. And let me check my chat real quick here. What's going on, Conehead? All right. I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn this over to Sujin and Pumish here. I'm going to bring in Sujin. Is it Violet Electronics? Is that
Correct. So again, Rodney Violet Electronics.
all right?
Hey,
So I'm
good evening.
bringing him on here with you guys, and we'll try to keep up with the chat here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn myself off so that they can see you guys a little bit better, but they'll still be able to hear me. So,
Hello again.
Hi, how are you again?
Good, thanks, and yourself.
We had to confuse everyone, don't worry.
Good.
So
You
for
can be
anyone who
you-
doesn't know Sugain Mudley, he's better known as Sugars Mudley from Violet Electronics in Johannesburg.
Thank you very much.
All right, Bud, we'll let you lead as usual and let us know what you want to know.
Right, so mic's over to me. Perfect, thank you so much. So just an introduction about Violet Electronics. We've been in business since 2009. Our passion of car audio and our specialty on audio lighting, car lighting has started from a much earlier age, earlier point than that. So we've been in the industry pioneering a lot of new products and a lot of new technology, stuff that hasn't been released in the country that's ever seen before. So we're quite proud of that achievement. And, we've been ups and downs adopting to the South African sort of environment, learning from what they're doing overseas in the European countries, in Asia, in the US. And we wanted to bring the best of whatever is happening on that side to the African continent. And that's where we saw the biggest opportunity, is that we saw that we've got guys with massive systems. We've got some world level records being set by our brothers in South Africa. And we saw the market opportunity, said, like, you know what, guys are struggling. They're pulling many hundreds of kgs of batteries, using older technology stuff, using stuff that's limiting them quite a lot as well. And we decided, like, you know what, it's time for us to commit to the project for various reasons. We faced COVID and so on, and we didn't get a chance, obviously, to bring in those what we deemed fit for the country at that point in time. But it gave us a chance to do this again. And lo and behold, we now have our Ding Dong's LTO. It's basically the best there is that's out there in the world. It brings us onto an equal competitive level from what the rest of the world is doing. So we now are able to reduce guys who are carrying 100, 200, 300 kg in battery power, traditional battery power, reduced to under 10 kgs, 20 kgs, 30 kg type battery systems. And we believe now we have a much more competitive edge for our customers, and we believe that it's really going to give us an advantage over using traditional batteries. We're playing at a much higher voltage spec. We've got so much power available as well. So we're really looking forward to seeing. I mean, the products were basically launched in January of 2024. We're looking forward. The first show, the MECA show, was attended about 2 weeks ago. So we had some trial runs there. Although we didn't compete, we ran out some of our vehicles playing. They showed really good results. Customers were really happy to see the performance of it. But I think now it's like we're waiting for the next step. We need to see it in some competition cars, so at least we can see some before readings versus after readings with our Ding Dongs LTO. We believe that it's going to be an absolute game changer for the country and the continent as a whole. But obviously, it's early adoption, so we are walking the course on how long it's going to take us to get it out there to see it in more vehicles. The country and a lot of customers are very apprehensive. They want to see other people using it, then they want to apply it in their sort of vehicles until they see that nothing's happened, the vehicle hasn't caught fire, hasn't exploded. So we've got some good credibility behind it. I mean, these are cells that are rated, that have been certified, tested to not explode, to not catch fire. So it doesn't have the same inherent issues that you see with the traditional lithium phosphate solar type cells that are being used currently in car audio, which is quite a high risk with the limited voltage range that it has. But now you've got a much wider voltage range going up to 16.8 usable power. With some workarounds on daily running cars, if you want to run it 15.4, 15.8 volt, it's definitely possible, very achievable. And I literally cannot wait to see for the next event the guys who are using it. And we've got some vehicles that are going to be coming out in the lanes that's going to show numbers, and hopefully we can do like a before and after at the show as well to prove the performance of our cells. And there's obviously been some loyal customers that already have purchased our products that are working on adding these banks to their setups. And I think we're going to start to see some really, really good numbers, some jumpy numbers, from historic previous numbers that they were putting out there, and versus the numbers that they will be pushing out now. So I think that will be absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that.
Good stuff.
So, Joseph, our head of SPL, says, good morning, and isn't there load shedding today? So, Sugars, won't you tell Joseph what's your load shedding schedule for tonight?
Well, I can actually take you a walk to the shop if you'd like to see, but it was 6 on the dot. Power shuts off, and then I'm like panicking. I had to hook up the generator, switch on the lights, switch off certain lights. So we've got, although we look like we are all sort of well lit in our shop premises right now, the generator is busy running away and buzzing away at the back. Half the workshop lights are on, just so that we don't sweat the generator out too much. But yeah, that's unfortunately for my delay. My apologies for my late coming. But that is the reality of it at the moment. I think it's going to be from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But you just make the best of the situation. You know what I mean? Make sure your generator's topped up. You got enough fuel, which we also did at the last minute as well. So at least I'm good for the next hour or two.
But I know we can't see you, but you're the head of this, so I don't know if you've got anything to ask or say.
I'm
We can
back
see you
on there
again.
now. Sometimes when it splits us all up, it's hard to see everybody. So, but I'm here still. I thought I could turn that off and that you could still hear my mic, but I guess that didn't how that quite works. I probably should have did it like this, but then it doesn't matter. So, anyways, the lithium stuff I guess is fairly new there. It sounds like so. I guess we've been using them here. Shoot, 4, 5, 6 years now. It is definitely going to change the game for you guys. I think. The biggest difference. I was mostly a street car guy, or whatever, a streetcar building type of guy. So, for me, the biggest difference I saw was you didn't really have to put your batteries in places that costed you score anymore. You could make the battery have a small enough footprint that you could find a good place to put it and you'd get some score that way. I mean, obviously they are definitely a little stronger. So if you're struggling with your voltage and things like that up front, it's definitely going to be a more solid playground to be on. If you have some issues in that area. So I think you'll see some cars will gain big from it. Some cars you might not see a huge difference, but it's all going to depend on how well they're holding, voltage under load to start with, is the big thing.
But just a question from my side: how long ago did the USA transition from the normal gel sort of battery arrangement to lithium?
Let's see. I started competing because we switched to, well, at least I switched from batteries or traditional batteries a long time ago, like probably 12-ish years.
Wow.
We started using super capacitors instead of batteries. So we would just, basically daisy chain a bunch of super caps together and use those instead of batteries. And then I don't know, probably some people started using the lithium cells out of the cars and stuff. And it was probably about a year or two before I saw enough people do it and seen enough stuff that I wasn't scared of it. And we started using it. But I would say we're going on 5 or 6 years now of using lithium. But like I said, I started using the super capacitors over batteries a long time ago. And for my SPL car, I haven't even used alternator power in probably 7 or 8 years. So I just charge the banks and burn.
Wow.
But yeah, it's going to change things a lot. It'll be good.
Yeah, I think the really interesting part is the learning curve that comes with it. The learning curve of knowing how to maintain it properly, knowing how to get the most out of your battery, and obviously understanding its lifespan, because we're dealing with technology now that's, even I've been looking into this for like almost 7 or 8 years. I've been trying difficulties with licensing to import, to get the product into the country. So we've faced a fair amount of challenges. We're sort of a little bit thankful that maybe with this load shedding power issue that we're having in our country, it did open up the doors a bit more easier for us to bring the cells in. So that sort of helped the situation. But then now we've got to give another, I'd say it's going to be another year or two before we start, as people need to use it, understand it, stress test it, and so on. And, we've got some good, powerful, very, very high current, long life type of lithium available to us. So the LTOs are really going to prove their worth and benefit. And I think a lot of people are scared because of misinformation. Most of the times as well, you get from the manufacturers that are mostly coming out from China. They are obviously publishing incorrect specifications. So people are pushing lithium beyond its rated capacity, and then you're having issues of vehicles catching fire and sort of hearing other reasons why vehicle catches fire and stuff like that, which is a concern and a bit of a stress. But I think once we start to create that market knowledge, that awareness, what you can do, what you can't do, I think that's going to be it's going to start, getting more people to buy into the concept that lithium is the future. There's no two ways about it. There's no old technology, AGM, wet cell, dry cell batteries that's ever going to match the similar like-for-like rated performance in terms of lithium. but each to its own and has its advantages and disadvantages. But I think the lithium is just going to set us into another stratosphere with the benefits that it's going to come with, and I think that's going to be the real game changer at the end of the day. I mean, if I just take in like my personal vehicle, one of our demo vehicles we've got with about, let's say it's about a 10 kilowatt musical system. Not that massive, but I mean, I stress tested it. I ran it on just one bank of batteries, and we played. I did a test with it with just the vehicle idling without needing to rev it to try and keep the batteries on charge, running obviously on a high output alternator. We were able to walk away, play the vehicle, and just walk away and leave it running. That's just one bank. That's the size of a 6-pack beers kind of thing. Size very small, very compact, and it's a bit of a mind boggle to see that something so small as 8 kg replaced what was traditionally previously four AGM batteries that weighed about 120 odd kg. So that's the mind bend we're trying to overcome. I think for a lot of people seeing it for the first time, and we really need to try and get the most out of it, show how safe it is, and all of those benefits. And I think people are really going to enjoy when they purchase the products. You know what I mean? And here's the best part: the USA serves as a great sort of testing ground where it's used, the lithium's used in all applications. You know what I mean? Guys push it to various different levels, different setups, and that should alone give some sort of support to say, hey, hold on, okay, these guys are using their LTOs to this sort of level, they're getting this amount of power out of it, so it must be true. And I think that's also going to be help the situation as well. That once they start to see how the USA clients are actually running the vehicles with LTO lithium technology batteries, it's really going to show that there's going to be proof in the pudding. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure. Get them in some cars, they'll see it won't take long. It won't take long. It won't. It won't take long.
Yeah. One of the things we have planned for this is actually quite exciting, and we're just looking forward to it. We're trying to do it with the right authority. So we're trying to get arrange with the fire department. We want to have them present when we're doing this test. So we want to do a couple of tests, which are stress tests, where we want to puncture our cells. So we want to show a charged up cell when it's punctured. What happens? Is there explosion? Is there a fire? Or what happens? So that's like a real world test. We want to crush our cells so that we show that in the same situation, if in the worst case scenario that I may be in an accident or you drop a cell, what could possibly happen? So we want to do that. And the third test we want to do is that we want to literally take a cell and we want to short circuit it. We want to join the positive and negative and leave it. And I think that's going to be very telling to show how awesome quality using LTO technology is, how safe it is of a chemistry to use. And I think those are we are actually waiting for an appointment for the fire department to be available when we conduct this test. So I think that's really going to be helpful to prove that. And I think it's probably going to give people that majority peace of mind that, hey, this lithium is not going to catch fire in the middle of the night. It's not going to, while I'm driving, explode in my car and have a terrible, unrecoverable type of situation. So I think those are things that I'm really looking forward to come out very, very soon. I'm hoping in the next few weeks we can get an answer on that, and we're going to do some YouTube videos and put it out there for everyone to give them that comfort factor, to know that we've stress tested this thing. There's nothing really worse than that, you know what I mean? And you're still safe. Your battery hasn't exploded, but let's obviously wait for those videos. They have been certified to pass on those tests, so that's already the one tick for us we have already. But I think to show that when it's tested at our premises or in a safety environment, that's really going to help the case as well, to prove that this is the way of the future.
For sure. I think I'm not the smartest battery guy, but I think that the LTO or the round cells are a little bit less volatile than the stuff they get out of the cars and things like that, the square pouch cells. But I mean, I don't know. I've been around them for a while, and it's been my experience that even even with the batteries or the lithium, I would consider more dangerous. Usually, it's some sort of user error. Usually, they're not maintaining them. They're letting them get too low. They're overcharging them. They don't compress them. Things like that. And they're designed in a way to where if they start to swell or whatever, that they off gas or they'll vent. And the off gas is extremely flexible. And it won't catch on fire unless you introduce a spark. But usually when they start going bad, they swell and they start going like this. And if you don't have them compressed, then they'll start to touch and spark. And when they spark, you're going to have a bad fire. So that's usually, that's kind of usually what happens. I've seen in my experience, but generally, even those cells that are considered, like I said, dangerous, like I've punched holes in them, I've tied with wire and threw them out in the yard. And, like I said, they won't catch on fire unless you introduce spark. But once you introduce spark, then it's all bad. So, that's my experience with the other kind. I haven't really used the round cells myself, but I've got a lot of friends and stuff that have experience with them that use them, and I've seen far less issues out of those. Even in the hands of newer guys that might not know what the deal is or whatever. So I think you'll end up having a good thing going, and people, once they see what they do and see how much weight and how much room they can save and all that stuff, go over real well.
Yeah, I think and I was just thinking about this as well. Not now that you have, for that real estate that you've accommodated for your traditional battery, you've now reduced your footprint by a huge fraction. I think you're going to start to see people wanting to play with really bigger equipment. I'm talking then you've now got more real estate available. You're going to now find guys with bigger amplifiers, multiple amplifier setups, more subwoofers as well, because once you sort of call it limited by the power that you have available, there's only so many number of subs you can have, there's only so many number of amplifiers you can have. But I think once you start to say like, okay, you know what, I can build a bank that's now can run a 100 kilowatt system, or a 200 kilowatt system. It is very, very possible. It's with traditional batteries that almost meant you're going to need another trailer, or the vehicle has to be custom built with batteries hidden in every single space of the vehicle. So I think with the advent of this technology, batteries, you're going to start to see much bigger applications, more subwoofers, more amplifiers, more wiring. Which is just brilliant overall for the industry. It's going to push up sales. It's going to push up more creative thinking in terms of box tuning, how to optimize and maximize your output and get better readings. So I think all of that is going to play a very, very important role, and in the industry as a whole. And I'm very excited to see where this starts to come out next.
One of the guys asked, you said you were going to make some YouTube videos. What's your YouTube channel for everybody that's watching if they want to check those I'm going? Do you have a YouTube channel?
All right, I haven't checked up on a YouTube channel for ages. It should be under Violet Electronics. That will be a YouTube channel name. I am going to check if it's still alive. It's been a while since I posted under that channel, but I will make sure that even if it's not alive, I will get a channel set up according to our company name. So you will find content being posted under that. So please bear with me. We also run a shop, so we got to take care of the daily, and then in your after hours or in between spare time, you got to work on building the channel, building the page, making content, trying to get a bit creative as well. We never knew as small business owners, one of the skills you needed to have was the ability to do digital marketing and designing and stuff like that. But that's something we've just we're looking forward And yeah, I'll pump out the links there as well for everyone to go through. And any questions as well, they're more than welcome to DM me directly on any of our current social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, even email, traditional mail, snail mail too, if they'd like. I'll more than happily answer them.
So, any of you guys out there watching this afternoon, evening, wherever you're located here, have any questions for Sujin, Violet Electronics here? They're just getting off the ground. I think their Ding Dong brand and South Africa, LTO battery brand that they've started there. I think traditionally you're like a lighting install type of shop that is now getting into the LTO market. So make sure you check these guys out. We appreciate your support with the MECA team there in South Africa. And
thank you. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Any questions that you guys have, shoot them now, and we'll try to get them answered for you. You guys looking forward to the event this weekend? I think Sujin and Pamish, I'm sorry, they both have the same name now, so I got to figure that one out. They said they call you Sugars. I got
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not as sweet as I am, but yeah. Yeah, no, so guys, we do apologize from our side for the noise. We are at an airport lounge. We about to take off to Cape Town. It is my birthday this weekend, well, on Friday, bud. So we've turned it into a little.
He had to leave early so he could walk home Friday night.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're about to jump onto a plane, but Sugars, I think maybe it's not going to be a very long one. But just tell us a little bit more about the other part of Violet Electronics, the audio side, the lighting side, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so as when I started off the conversation, I explained that we're into custom lighting. So that's where we brought in something we believe that was the first in the country. We started with customizing headlights, then we got into the customizing of interior vehicles, fiber optics, really unique lighting solutions. Then we went into the undercar lighting. We've done some amazing, unique, once-off, never-seen projects. And with us, with what we're doing on the batteries, we actually have a plan that for at least the next 12 to 24 months, we want to bring in a whole bunch of good, really nice to have products that haven't been seen in the country. We just one of the things that we brought in when we brought the lithium in, we also brought in our amazing SMD dyno tester for lithium. So we are now able to test any unknown lithium to see what its proper capacity is. It's just to give the market a better knowledge on the type of products that are out there. What's the sort of the competition like? Trying out a new product to see how the performance is. So that's quite a very nice product we have on hand. We're going to start advertising, promoting more about that, so we can do lithium tests on unknown cells, so we can see what its actual performance is. We've got some high flow fans coming up as well for cooling. You guys know very well as well. This past 2 weeks ago show, we were really struggling with the heat and cooling up our half bridge Korean amplifiers, our surfboards. So the fans, we can't wait for that to come in. That's going to come in the next couple of months. We've also got a baby version Ding Dong LTO, which is going to be an absolutely perfectly price point product for the average Joe, for the everyday guy, to put in his vehicle. So you've got that high peak power demand, but at a smaller ampere hour package. So that we've got that coming. We've got power supplies coming so that you can do fast charging if you're doing SPL competing and you're not linked up to your car. There's a whole lot more stuff that's coming out for the industry, and we're really looking forward to that. When it arrives, we will obviously do the launches on the products, and we can't wait to share that with you. We believe that the competitors in the industry will really enjoy our new products we have, our new offering, and we want to be on that same level as the USA guys, man. We also want to belt out 160, 170, 180 dB cars as well, as quick as you guys do. Almost every month we're seeing a new vehicle come here from the US, but hopefully we get there. It allows us to much faster to fast track to getting to those higher numbers out there. So I think it's a really wonderful time to be in car audio right now with the new products that are out there, new amplifiers, new products, new suppliers. I think just overall the industry is just things are really moving fast paced right now. Perfect time to be around.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for coming on with us this afternoon. I know Pamish and Sujin they're getting ready to hop on a plane. But I want to thank you guys for coming on and spending a few minutes with us here. Good luck at this weekend. All the competitors that are going out there to, safe travels, high scores. Joe says competition will drive the technology. So
100%. 100%.
That's a pretty good statement there, I guess. But again, I'm not seeing a whole lot of questions coming in on here, but I appreciate you. It's been cool talking with you about your brand and what you got going on. It sounds really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys bring out this year with those things in your hands. And Sujin, Pumish, you guys have safe travels. Happy birthday, man. Don't have too much fun. You got to work Saturday.
We're taking him to Robben Island for his birthday.
I just hope they don't leave me there.
Yeah, we're taking him to Robben Island. It's an iconic site. One of our freedom fighters was imprisoned there. So
you must know Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, so
that's where
we're taking him there to spend some part of his day.
I just hope they don't leave me there. That's all. That's I'm asking for.
They won't leave you. They won't leave you.
I hope so.
But I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sugars for joining MECA and for putting his trust with our brand and helping us grow the brand in Africa. We really appreciate your support, and we look forward to many events together. Hopefully, I'll get to listen to the cars myself this time, and I won't be so busy. But yeah, good luck with everything, and we're gonna see you on March 9th at the Sundowner Show.
Yep.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Pat.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye. Sujin, you guys be safe.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
All right, everybody. We didn't have a real long time this afternoon. Sujin Pumish was hopping on a plane there. We appreciate everybody coming on with us. Again, we do have 3 events coming off this weekend. One in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Saturday, the one in Cape Town, Saturday, and then one in Michigan on Sunday. As always, you guys, I'll be back again this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time to do the regular Bud Talk. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Wednesday. Happy hump day. And until I see you guys later on this evening, you know the drill. Keep it loud and clear, MECA heads.